I think this is working. What do you think? You think it's working? What's up, people? I'm Xogue, back on All the Mods 5. And as you can see, I did put in all the pillars and I finished this other island off. Now, I've tried to go over and explain the beginning bit of this episode a few times now, and it keeps taking me forever. So I'm not going to go over all of my plans for today because that's just a whole lot of talking. But initially, what we're going to do is we're going to get some dye because we need to make a mob farm. The mob farm requires vector plates, which requires dye, and I'm not going to go kill a whole bunch of squid every single time. We need just a few of these to adjust or edit our mob farm. That's not what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to get the dye seeds, which I have already made. This is not the right one, though. He's over here because he's a tier 2 seed. All right, so I need to water it enough to get those. Hopefully we get some extra seeds as well, but we'll see. And after we get this and a decent batch of vector plates, I'm thinking about 3... Well, I want to do 3 batches of these and then make as many of these as I possibly can. And then I need to make some player traps as well. I don't know if I have the phantom membrane yet, but it looks like I'm going to have to stay up a few nights in a row to get some phantoms. Shouldn't be that difficult, but I'm going to go ahead and grind out these supplies, make what we need, and we're going to get started on a mob farm. Just a typical old, regular, you know the deal kind of mob farm. Nothing special. Well, it kind of took me a lot longer than I thought it would to get the slime that I needed. It turns out the slime chunks that I had weren't actually slimed, or slimes were spawning down there, but apparently they weren't coming from the chunk that I thought they were coming from. And it was kind of weird. But that's okay, because I figured it out and I dug it out. So we do have a bunch of slime now. Slime is not really much of a problem. I mean, it'll take me a minute or two to actually get it if we need some more. But I do have the super awesome looting sword that I was using to get it and all of those good things. Now, what I want to do is down below, we're not going to put them in yet. I actually need more of these, but I have the phantom membrane. Everything else I can get, that's no problem. I already had those. I didn't have to wait for the phantoms. But what we're going to have, I need 2 more batches of these actually. We're going to have a 3x3 down here of killing things. The main reason I want to do that is for spiders. I'd probably normally stick to a 2x2. But if you have spiders in here, they'll climb around. So now if they're climbing on a wall and then another one comes in, it'll just push them along the wall. It won't stop them from falling in. You know, and likewise, if I made this a 2x2 and a spider was here and it just decided to hover around this area, go up and down, certain mobs would butt up against them and they would actually get stuck on the edge, pushing against the spider rather than falling in the hole. Now, they'll kind of push each other around and they will eventually get into the hole. So it should make things a little easier. Now, we're not going to worry about collection yet, and we're not going to worry about putting these guys in yet. The big deal, I believe, let me try something real quick. We're going to try it over here, actually. If I shift on this, it doesn't push me, right? Oh, they're a lot slower too. You can actually walk against these now. They definitely dulled them down. They were never that slow. I had a feeling they might do that. Still fast enough for what we need, I think. I think it's still fast enough for what we need. But yeah, the room is a decent size, as you can see. Let's, can I mine these with this? No. You cannot. It goes through these. Interesting. Okay. Anyway, so what we want to do is actually just make sure these are being guided. So we want to add this to be like so. And then over here can go like that. Then all of these can go like this. And then from here, all we really want to do is push them all over against the wall and then all this way. And then we should be good to go. Now we could push them all to the front and then over. This is a shorter area, so maybe we'll do it that way. We'll have this side. I'm trying to think of the most efficient pushing method. Like how oh, okay, of course. Because the light source was in the way. I'm forgetting what buttons I'm putting these things on. Anyway, so if we go ahead and basically do this with those, and then have, I guess we could have all of these push over as well. And maybe another row for these guys, kind of like that. And then after that, we're just going to push everything is going to be angled towards the front. So they're all going to be pushed down here, and then they're all going to go down in there. We may or may not upgrade these. I'm not sure if we're going to. Obviously, I'm not going to. I don't have enough for this much. I'm going to have to go make a lot more. I'm going to see how cheap the next level is. I'm going to see how fast it is, and then I may end up replacing all of these. All right. Well, it turns out I only had 2 of the, what are they called? The things you get from the phantoms. I forget what they're called now. And I'll say I kind of derped it up a little bit, and I actually went to sleep because I forgot about it, and it was nighttime, and I was like, I'm tired of these guys bugging me all the whole time, while I'm trying to do stuff. So yeah, I went to sleep, and I was like, no, I forgot. Dang. So I got to wait, 3 or 4 more nights, however long it takes for phantoms to show up. Gonna have to wait because it's the only thing that can give you the phantom membranes. That's what they're called. So it's a thing. But well, I did upgrade them to the next tier. These guys are a lot faster. Definitely worth the upgrade. Check this out. Beep, boop. And I would have been off the edge if I didn't shift. So yeah, we're pretty much good there. What I need to do is actually set up the collection area. Now, obviously we're going to have 9. I'm going to wait, the nights or however long it takes. I'll have to AFK for like an hour or something before I can get the phantoms. But I'm going to lay them down here. They're going to be killed as if a player killed them, which means they're going to drop experience and they're going to drop items as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to hook this guy up. It says collects nearby experience orbs. What I would like for it to do is collect them diagonally. I'm hoping that it will. Oh, I thought you were 2 blocks tall. Why did I think you were 2 blocks tall? I'm not sure. Because I'm pretty sure we can collect the experience from this. And I know it does collect experience already. Stuff that's from in here. Because it did it before, before we moved out of our little corner that was like right over here. It was already doing it from the grinder that we had set up. It was collecting those. I don't remember if I could collect them or not. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm hoping you can, because I kind of want the experience from this for a reason, but if you can't, I'll have to change it for something else. But this seems to be the best option, and I'm really hoping that it can collect the orbs diagonally. Because I think if we go over here, and number 1, here's a chest. I don't think you can open these. Oh, you can. So you can actually open these like that. But even if you couldn't, we're just going to do this anyway. And we'll do this, because I believe this guy will, how do you there's a way to to make this show its thing. Has a range of 5 blocks. Okay. I didn't know that, but okay. I'm hoping that works. Hopefully it's a square radius and not, a spherical. But basically you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this guy's 1, 2, 3, I don't know, whatever, you get the idea. Let's test this real quick. I'm going to stand in the corner and throw it down like right here. It showed the particles. I think it did actually get it. It did. Okay, cool. So that means it can collect those items, which is good. I'm going to go ahead and nope, that's the wrong thing. I'm going to get rid of these. We're actually going to put down these guys. Now these guys, I love these guys because they are light emitting, but they're only light emitting if they're powered by redstone. And even if they did emit light, it doesn't matter because our spawning platform is back here. All of this is going to be spawnable. Even if that glass lit up, it would only light up to about here. The rest of this would be in pitch black, darkness stuff. So it should be okay. Now what I need to do is just kind of chill out, wait for, like an hour or something so that I can put these guys down. The rest of them, we'll go ahead and put these ones down. And then once I put the rest of them down, I can seal this. Well, I don't want to seal it off yet. And actually, I tell you what, we don't want to put these down yet either. Because I'm going to have to come back in here and destroy all of these light sources. For now, we're going to leave them on until I get the rest of everything I need. But after we do so, we're going to come back. We're going to test it out and see what exactly we get from all of this. And I came to the realization that I kind of said at the beginning of these series that I started doing longer videos that it was going to be streamed-like. That I wasn't going to take too many cuts. And I've been taking a lot of cuts. Now, this is kind of one I have to take because I'm not going to sit here and wait for 3 nights while you're just sitting here, watch me for an hour long, just waiting for nighttime, because it's literally the only thing I have left to do for this portion of the episode. But I could have brought you along for the other stuff. So for that, I apologize for those of you who like to see everything I do. I'm going to try to bring back the whole stream-like thing and actually record more. I still feel like I'm trying to get so much done in an episode that I can't, even though I have a couple hours. But I should be able to. It shouldn't be a problem. I did put these guys over here. I love this fog effect, by the way. That's really, really cool. But if we get more into this mod, the Tombstone mod, I'm going to set up like 40 of these so we can always have a soul whenever we want one. And it's going to be great, I guess. I don't know. We'll set up a graveyard. Well, obviously we're not really going to be 40. We're going to set up a proper graveyard, with decorated out and stuff. And it'll look really, really nice. We may even throw in a few skeletons that, I don't know. I don't know how you would make it so they don't actually shoot you. I guess you can give them a sword. Some skeletons will pick up a sword and put down their bow. Some. I don't know. We'll have to play with that, but that'll be later. And this is actually the reason that I want the mob farm Mending experience. Because we still need the Soul Stealer enchantment. Now, what I would like to do, I may even set a few of these up while I'm waiting anyway. Because these guys, I think these are pretty easy to get. What I would like to do is actually take the enchantments off of this guy and put them, because I know I did this once with that axe, the Bone Splitter axe or whatever. This guy only had Sharpness 5. I gave him Sharpness 10 from that axe. But we have another sword in here. Now look at the damage, okay? This is 12.5 damage. This guy is 14.5 without any enchantments. This stuff, look, hold on, look, sword. The sharpness, it applies. It actually changes that number. So sharpness 10 with a weapon that does 7 damage goes up to 12.5. And those mathematicians who are curious, you can do the math and see how much per sharpness level you get and blah, 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 that other good stuff. But imagine if we put sharpness 10 on this guy, as well as the mending, the looting, the unbreaking, all of it. Right? Which is really, 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 really cool. So that'd be pretty neat. But before we do any of that, we need one more enchantment. We need the Soul Stealer enchantment. We haven't gotten it yet. I don't know if a librarian can give it to you or not, but for the moment we're done with the librarians and I haven't found one that will give it to us. So what I plan on doing now, besides converting those guys and healing them, which I've learned recently in my vanilla world, that is very, very useful to make very cheap villagers, is we're going to try to regular enchant. We're going to enchant it, see what we get on it, and then grinder it over and over and over and over and over again. If we can do this, and we're going to move this whole situation over there by our farm. If we can do this for long enough, eventually, I believe, with all the experience we're getting from the mob farm, or will get from the mob farm, paired with the grinder that means we can remove the enchantments. Granted, we'll remove all of them at one time, but it's a lot easier than waiting for a soul to show up in a grave. to remove it and put it on a book. Which is good if we get some good enchantments. I'll probably do that. We'll actually have the graves. I'll pick these up and actually move them over in that area so they're easier to use. And obviously the enchantment table and everything, this will all go over there as well. And I think it's going to be a pretty good setup in order for us to not only get the Soul Stealer 5 enchantments, but also the enchantments that we really, really, really want to have. The other ones, whatever they may be that I'm not even thinking of yet, that I don't even know about yet, because mods add them all the time. There's some interesting ones. Like there's one I saw before. Actually, I think the first enchantment on the sword that I get from this guy is one called Vigilante, which increases the damage done to Illager mobs, which is kind of weird and kind of interesting. I almost went to sleep. But I don't know. It is what it is. We're going to find out. We're going to see. We're going to see. So it's functional, but not good. We're missing... Everything works. I'm getting experience, which I don't know how to take it out of here. So this may not actually work. Oh, wait. I have to put right-click with sugar on my hand or something? That's a little... there might be a better way to collect the experience. I'm not sure. Wonder if we have, like, XP vacuums or something like that that we can use. That's export. Okay. I mean, we can use this guy and it will, like, the coin will teleport it to us. This coin will store it for us. So as long as we're in the area, we'll be able to store it directly into this. Maybe that's the best option. Perhaps. We'll have to see. I'm not sure. But, like I said, it's not good. So obviously right here, nothing is spawning. I thought it might have been far enough back to get outside the 24 block radius, but I guess not. Over here, I am outside that radius, but they're still not spawning. I don't know if there's a way to make it spawn more without the cursed earth. Cursed earth would be awesome because those of you who have played modded before know that cursed earth It's wicked crazy fast with how much it spawns mobs. It is dangerous, even to the most geared out players. But vanilla, they do spawn on those vector plates, but it's really not fast at all. Now, if we go up, and you don't see it too well, turn on my hover, but if we go a little higher, you'll be able to see it a little bit in there. If I get a little bit further away and up, there we go. So you can kind of see them a little more. So I know how mob spawning mechanics work for the most part. And I know that going higher in the air is usually a bad idea because, well, hi there, dude. I don't want to destroy this thing, okay? So I'm just going to go away. And this is what's happening, basically. The caves underneath are hosting all of the mobs. They've got them all. Every bit of them. And when we're this high up, we're making them despawn. So once we go high up like this and then go back down, there's room in the mob cap for them to spawn. So they do. But since they're dying, it gives even more chances for mobs to spawn underground. And then once too many of them spawn underground, this guy will stop spawning them. So I have an idea. Basically go back to the old school and build the farm like out here somewhere. I don't want it to be too far away, really. Maybe over the island or something. If we go high enough, then these guys will actually despawn as well. I'm not sure. I guess we have to go up to like 200 or something for that, which could give us a decent view of our little town as well. I would really like to not go too far, but I mean, we could go over our place, or maybe we can go over this area since it's all lit up and stuff. I don't know. Over the water is the best bet though. But I was trying to do something quick and dirty, but it just doesn't work. So probably over the water is going to be our best bet. And if we go, maybe there is somewhere we can go to see, maybe, I don't know. So we can see our base, but still go like really, really high over water. If we're like right here, things are spawning for sure. But we could light that whole island up. And right here, we're at 163. So we're talking things can only spawn at block 40 and above-ish. And this is at like 64, I think, is ocean level. So we're talking there's like 24 levels. Anything 24 levels below the water can spawn stuff when we are where we were up there. Is this like... Oh, that's a block, an ore or something. So I don't know. Maybe we can go a little bit higher or something. I'm not sure exactly, but that's the idea, is that I want to go a little bit in the air. Maybe we can make this some kind of a feature for the villagers. You know, something that will, you know, they'll kind of look to it as, I don't know, like maybe it's a feature of this world, like another moon or some kind of something. Maybe we can decorate it as something, but I don't know. We'll find a way to add it into the story. But I think the best bet is going to be to put it up in the air. Even though the best spawn rates come from way underground, I think putting it up in the air is the best bet for now, just because... Oh, lovely monsters. Just because... I mean, lighting up all the caves is an option, of course, but it's going to take a lot of time to do that. Although, there are lighting options. Light or auto or... yeah, you. How do I make you? I can make you. I wonder... I can just do that, okay? Do I need... I guess I'm probably going to have the torches in my inventory. Usually things like this, you have to have the torches in your inventory, which is fine. I mean, it makes sense. Coal. So let's give ourselves like a whole bunch of torches. Let's put all this stuff away. I did get one batwing. I got that manually a while ago. It's been in my inventory for a while. You probably already saw it, but All right, give me a whole bunch of torches. So if I do this now, and I go over here, I want to know how, like, what's its range? Whoa. It didn't use that many, though. So I'd have to go into... Like, it's extensive with its torch placements. Like, there's a lot of torches over there. That is ridiculous how many torches it's putting down. Like, that is just insane. Okay, so it doesn't work like I want it to, though. I want it to go underground as well. Everlasting gobstopper. All right, what about light, perhaps? Is there a light thing? I'm not seeing anything. This is... I already have this, don't I? Yeah, the light placer. I've already got that. I don't think there's a way... I don't think there's a way to do it how I want to. There are mods that allow placing of torches, like underground and caves and stuff, without you even having to go there. There's one in particular that I had in the mod pack that I was maintaining way back in 1.8. I can't remember what it was called. I cannot remember what it was called, but it worked pretty well. Because if we can stay low down, then we'll be fine. But finding all of the... I'm not sure. I don't know what I want to do yet. But I'm going to do something. And I'm not going to make you suffer here through my decision-making process because it can be quite lengthy. You know, this mod pack doesn't really have as many mods in it as most of them do, and not as, you know, they're not as fully functional. So I keep thinking from this mod pack almost in a vanilla standpoint, when I shouldn't be. I kind of like mod packs like these because it forces you to think creatively. And what I mean is, I was just saying that this doesn't do what I wanted it to do, which is true, it doesn't. But if you combine this with the mini-map that shows you nearby caves, well, the regular map which shows you nearby caves, and the mini-map which shows you nearby mobs and waypoints, where is it? There we go. Which shows you how far, it enables you to dig towards the mobs in any of these cases, knowing how far away you are, because I need to go in a 128 block radius of this point, which is right there near my farm, and basically dig straight to the mobs and light it up automatically, even in places like a ravine, just by flying through it. I don't have to stop and place torches. I can just fly right through a ravine and light the whole thing up. I can go up high, light up all the high areas. I can literally clear these places out of all darkness very, very easily. Now, I did make a whole lot of torches, so we're set on torches. I know where I need to go to find people, and plus this kind of thing, like, you can dig straight to the mobs. This is somewhere over here. Hey, buddy. Okay, I don't want to be killing people. Well, I guess it doesn't matter if I kill them with looting, but this one will kill them faster. That's kind of what I care more about. And there are a lot of caves around here that are not lit up. And okay, you need to stop hitting. You little guys are really pain in my butt. Well, okay, cool. Just die already, please. Even stuff like this, not so great, you know? Hey, buddy. So it's a very, very handy thing. Like, even this isn't completely showing up on the minimap, but it is showing the light. Oh, we have one of these here. Can you like watch the minimap real quick? When we light up a torch, you can tell it lights up the area. Get out of here. Like, you can see it light up the minimap. I think you can. I feel like it shows the light levels almost. There's a spawner. That's a okay. I kind of want to take that back with me, to be honest. But at the same time, I really don't need to. Ooh, those are good. Yes, I'm aware. All of you know. And apparently, this is one of the issues we have, is that I have one of these guys. We have a abandoned mine shaft so close. Oh, well, maybe not so close, but within 128 blocks of where we want cleared out. And this is near the surface too. This is probably a big part of our problem. This is probably where all the mobs are. But you get the idea. I'm just going to keep going around. We're going to roam this place as much as we need to and basically light up as much as we possibly can, since it's not nearly going to be as difficult as it would be in vanilla. And that's the big reason I was against it initially. Just because it'd be so hard to do effectively in vanilla Minecraft. But not so much here. Ooh, hello. I don't even know what that means. I'm not hurt or anything, am I? There's some mods, not mods in here that I don't know. I don't recognize them. I mean, we can get the coal, I guess. Well, torches are good. Torches are definitely good since we're using so many of those. Because this thing places so many torches. It is ridiculous how many. It's crazy how many torches this thing is laying. I suppose we could also get like a builder. If we had more power, I could just get a builder and like quarry out the whole bottom of this area. But I don't really want a gigantic hole like that. I'd rather it mostly be hidden. All right, I can get that. I can get those. Do I want seeds? Do I need seeds? I don't think so. We will take the name tag though. And I do have my backpack too that I can do. And this guy right here, when I'm digging, it is voiding most of the stuff. So we're not going to have to worry too much about like filling up our inventory too much because it's already voiding all the stone, all the dirt, granite, andesite. I haven't gotten gravel yet, but it's probably going to be soon that I void that out as well. Anyway, you get the idea. Let me go do this for like, I don't know, 12 hours or however long this is going to take. I think we're getting close. And you can usually tell when you're lighting up caves, the more mobs you find in one cave, in one little area. I think I looked at the tiny baby Enderman. The closer you are to finding all of the caves where they can spawn. Because if they only have this one cave left, that's the only spot. Ouch. Ouch. Oh, thank goodness I killed them. Those little guys are a pain. I'd much rather face a big Enderman than one of those little ones. And my goodness, are they loud, just as loud as their parents. Oh, I hate those things. Anyway, you get the idea. I think we're almost done. That's gonna boom. Okay, they boomed. Did you boom all your friends up too? Because that'd be nice if it was. I'm not even paying attention to like where I'm going or anything. Dude, you are one heck of an armored zombie. I will dig my way out if I have to. I've already had to go back once and I tested it. It seemed a little better, but still not nearly good enough. Not nearly where it needed to be. Which tells me there's still a lot of spots down here where they were hiding. And there's a really big ravine as well. Are we back in the ravine? No, we're not. Okay. Oh, we're out in the open. Okay. This is... It's not as important. Because of daylight stuff. We're going to try to do all the grindy and farming stuff in daylight. There's a witch. Looks like there's people... Not people, monsters. Oh, hello, baddie. I hate those little guys. Such a pain. Looks like there's a few of them over here as well. So I hear them. Oh, they're up. They're either up or down. There they are. Hello. Hello. Hello, creepers. All of the creepers. Boom. That's fine with me. Getting all this stuff lit up. I feel like we're pretty close to being done, I think. Did I show you guys that death? I don't know if you saw that death or not. I died at some point. I don't remember when. Stupid. Hello, creeper. There are so many creepers. Good. Jeez. I'm not even worried about those little dudes. If you don't look at them, I ain't worried about them. I'm not even going to try to fight them anymore. But let's take a look real quick. Here's the map. I went through all those caves over here. And then I went down here into a lot of different caves. So it looks like we've gotten most of the up now. It seems like there was a lot less over here than there was down there. It looks like we still have maybe a few. Still some more caves over here. You can see the little red dots there. People are spawning in. And that's pretty much how I'm tracking down these locations. That's how I know where to go, where to dig to, is because I see these little red dots on the mini-map and I just dig straight to them. And I locate them. There's still some more caves over there, which really bugs me because I lit that whole area up, I thought. And just to make sure, if you're doing this kind of a thing, especially on modded and you have the same tools I do, every once in a while you want to go back to the surface and, like, you know, when you restock because of food or something, like I've already had to do once, and you want to fly super high in the air because then it makes every mob despawn, and anybody that's left, like when you come back down here and you see mobs, you know, in caves you haven't been to yet, then you know they're unlit caves, that they weren't there, you know. It's pretty much a guarantee that that place is not lit up yet. So it's something you definitely want to go to. Hey, buddy. So yeah, this is actually a pretty decent sized cave too. There's so many caves on the right side of that waypoint. It is ridiculous. Also, every once in a while, definitely set a waypoint for that center point for you. So you know, like right now, I am just out of range of this. And there's another thing over here somewhere. Those skeletons just spawned in right there near me. I don't know where they are, but they're somewhere around here. Are you down? Are you up? There's another cave around here somewhere. I don't know where. Where are you, zombie? Are you just straight across, maybe? I can hear you-ish. You don't seem close, though. You're kind of close. Alright. You're still there. So I guess we're getting close. It's got to be around here somewhere. There it is. Found it! Oh, not even the same one. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. I was about to say, not even the same one. We found another one, guys. It's kind of how it goes. Just keep on going. Go as fast as you can with this lamp of paranoia thing. But overall, eventually you will get there. You will find it. Hello, diamonds. I will take you. Oh, I should have silk touched you. Oops. Oh, well. I will take the skeleton head, actually. But you guys know how this works. I figured I'd bring you along for a little bit of my adventures. We're almost out of torches now. I've lit up so much stuff, it is kind of ridiculous. But it is what it is. I'm not quitting yet. I ain't done yet. I want as many of these caves to be lit up as possible. I want those spawns to be good. Really, really, really good. And in order for that to happen, there can't really be hardly any spots anywhere down here in the caves that mobs can stick around in. Because we're killing them all, so the more mobs we kill, the better chance of them spawning in one of these hidden caves I never found. And eventually, we won't get any spawns again. If it's a small area that I left, then it'll take a little bit for the mobs to spawn in that area. It'll take it a little while to slow down, but it will slow down and it will eventually stop completely. And then we got to go find out where this cave is. Where the cave is I missed. So I'm trying. We're 158. We're probably good to go back now. I don't have to worry too much about up there. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot over here. And I think this is actually too far away. This isn't. This worries me. So let's go over there and see what we can. See if we can get something from over there. There's something in that area. Finally finished lighting up all the caves. I finally got my last witch hat that I needed in order to make the hero's medallion. Finally was able to update all the mods 5 to the latest version. So now we actually have a couple of extra things in here which are going to be pretty interesting. We have Bonsai Trees 2. Now I don't know why it's the second. I don't know what they did. But we do have them hooked up and we are here. We're gaining a bunch of stuff from them because, well, this is hellbark wood. It looks really, really cool. And this is just oak. I'm trying to see. It doesn't look like we're getting any apples, which is surprising. I tried to put in a cherry wood sapling and that did not work. So, you know, it is what it is. But I really like the cherry wood. It was a really nice color and everything. But, it is what it is. Anyway, so... Oh, you can't actually see. You can't push tab for local games? Where is it? Zwinzog, join the game. Here we go. So I have my second account on here with night vision and everything on. It's kind of keeping an eye on stuff in the back here, trying to see exactly where I can sit to still get decent spawns in there. And it seems like I have to be right around here-ish. If I get any closer, I'm going to reduce the spawns in there by, well, they're actually reduced here too, but it's an acceptable level. So now that we have the hero's medallion, I'm going to use sugar on this guy. We have 64. I don't know how much it's going to take out at a time. But hold on. Let's see. 6406. It takes out 50 at a time? Seriously? So this is going to take a while, in other words. It's going to take a lot of sugarcane and everything as well. But I'm trying to drain this guy. I want this guy completely drained because we're not going to be using it anymore. What we're going to do is use only our hero's medallion to store our experience, because what you can do with that guy is actually pretty interesting. It's a pretty interesting concept. We're pretty close, actually. Basically, you can turn it on and off, right? And when it's on, it will automatically... Oh, wait, what? How do you use this? Wait a minute, what in the world? What is this used for if you don't, like... I thought you ate it. I should have tried it first. Oh. What? Oh. You have to click on the ground? Interesting. That is weird. You can't click in the air. You have to click on the ground. You have to click on a block at least. That's just a ding, 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 ding. It's kind of irritating. Let's stop that for a second so I don't drive you completely insane. Let this thing absorb all the levels. As you can see, we're up to 58 levels. And every single level... Actually, I think they actually level out now. I don't know, maybe. Because this one's going up to 354. Let me use all of these and we're going to see if we can tell if the amount of experience required goes up. That went up to about 400. About 400. You couldn't tell. I think it stays the same after a while. Like the amount of experience required to go to the next level, it keeps going up all the way up to level 30, or maybe, I don't know, maybe it's 35 or 40 or something, but then it like stops increasing. The amount required for the next level like stops increasing, I think. I could be wrong though. I could be very wrong. But anyway, as you can see, all you got to do to reclaim them is just right click. So in order to get your levels back, you just turn it off and then you right click and you get one solid level at a time. And you can see over there to the right, it actually shows you a visual indicator. Bottom right, you have a bar and then you have... Ooh, you guys are loud and freaking, you scared the crap out of me. Oh, man. You see a picture of the medallion, the word or the number 64 beside it. It means I have 64 levels stored in it. And that's the bar, the visual indicator showing how much I have left. I can turn it back on to take them back. This thing is absolutely fantastic. Now, as soon as we replace our boots, which I want to do soon, but I also want to keep the protection, the mending, the unbreaking, the feather falling on them. So I want to remove these enchantments, put them on a book, get the crystallized obsidian, which, by the way, I didn't show you that I got this guy. He's not enchanted at all, but we have him now. And I want to tear the enchantments off of the boots, put them on a crystallized obsidian set of boots, and I want to get the pants as well. And then we'll be really, really well protected, and we'll have a lot of stuff. And we can just use this magnet instead of getting magnet 3 on these, because this one drives me nuts sometimes. Anyway, so now that we've got that, we're going to end up using this guy because the regular magnet doesn't work with experience and it can't pull through walls. This one can. Oh, this guy's still... We're just going to break him. This is going to be our test. I need him to not suck up the experience. Come here, you. Oh, nice. Kind of. See, there's the experience now, but as you can see, I can't really collect it. Like, I can't really do anything with it right now. But if I stand here, even though it's not active... Now, if it is active, I suck up the experience. But if it's not active, the next time somebody comes down, I'm going to show you a cool little thing you can do. It's called the super vacuum is what it says. Hold right click to super vacuum. So even when it's on from this far away, I don't get the experience. You see the experience is following me still, so it's trying to get to me. But this thing can't get to it. So if we turn it off, you can leave it on and do this too, but we'll just turn it off. You can hold right click and it does its super vacuum and it works from like triple the distance or something. It's crazy. So we can do that and then the hero's medallion will instantly pick it up, which is really, really cool. Now I'm curious, does this retain its experience? It does not. It does not appear that it does. Okay, that's fine though. I didn't really need it to. It wasn't a big deal. Anyway, so it looks like some of this stuff is like going through the wall, which is weird. I'm going to go get a block real quick. I'm going to go to sleep. We're going to patch that hole. I'm going to put this pylon away because I don't want it anymore. It's kind of terrible until it gets updated. And, oh, confections. Bing, 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 bing. Okay. Now, block. Just one block. Thank you. Okay. So there are plans to make this mob farm look good, but we're not going to change it around just yet. Okay. What I would like to do, I forgot that I was going to sleep. What I would like to do is get to the point where I have that Soul Stealer enchantment. I also want to tear the enchantments off of this and put it on the new sword, which I think I can do. Pretty sure I can. And I want to do all of that and get Soul Stealer on it. So I need to get the other sword. I'll go ahead and sleep this time. Unless I forget again, which is entirely possible. Oh, enemies close by. Yeah. Always. Always, I'm telling you, always. Hey, guy, how is it going? Hey, buddy. How are you? No. Can I go to sleep now? Nope, of course I can't, because there's a zombie right here. Let me go ahead and go to sleep before that other zombie friend comes nearby. I'm bouncing all of a sudden. In the new update that I just got, 116A, it's very weird. Are you burning? I can hear you. Hello? Okay. I missed a zombie. Anyway, I was going to grab something. What was I going to... Oh, the sword. Right. Right. Hey. Oh, you got a helmet on. You're all fancy and special like. You're not going to burn until that helmet breaks or whatever. Great. Good job. I need the block and I need the sword. You. Lapis I already have over here. And I'm going to show you what we're going to do. I do need to get 30 levels off of the hero's medallion. But that's okay. We're going to go ahead and soak up this experience. Bloop. There we go. Nothing in here really too important except for the lapis that I grabbed. Now, what I want to do... This is different also, by the way. This is completely revamped. And I don't know what is going on. I don't know what this is. This is a completely different enchanting thing. It's interesting how I like how the thing you have in there actually goes down as well. I don't get this. This is something changed this. And I don't know what did it because I need to look it up. I do have a list of mods that were added during this update because it was this update that did it, I believe. but I need to do a little bit of research. Anyway, but once I figure this out, what I'm going to do is just enchant this thing over and over and over again while steadily getting experience from this guy. And just continuing over and over and over until I eventually get Soul Stealer 5. Or as high as I can possibly get. I'm thinking this might be the only way. If it takes too long, I may try to go grind out a little bit of the villagers. Just kind of stick them in a temporary hole, which I think I already have. Just kind of move them back and forth until I finally get the Soul Stealer 5 from a villager. I don't know if it's possible to get from here or from a villager or anything. I have no idea where to get it from. So I have to try both until I find it on one of them. Hopefully it's possible from one of them. Because if you can't get it from an enchantment table and you can't get it from a villager, then where the heck do you get it? But anyway, I got to do a lot of grinding now, guys. So chill out. Hang out. I'll see you in 2 seconds. All right. I think I have this figured out. I couldn't find any information online. I still don't know what mod changed this, but they made it a very interesting thing. In a way, it is a lot like Tetris. Those of you who are a bit older will know what Tetris is. If you don't know what Tetris is, then man, I feel old. But this is a lot like it. So you see I have Soul Stealer 2 here. Basically, you click this button and it adds levels. It adds enchantments, possible enchantments, into this list over here. In order to upgrade them, because they all start at level 1. They all start at level 1, as you can see, including the Soul Stealer and faster attack. You basically have to keep clicking this button. And every time you do, it gives you another chance to gain another enchantment, basically. So if the next enchantment is also a Soul Stealer, then you can pick it up and put it on it to increase its level. So in this case, with all the ones that I've unlocked so far, I've spent, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 levels so far. And I've been able to get up to Faster Attack 2 and Soul Stealer 2. And as you see here, I have to use a minimum. So I can't just sit here, turn this guy on, and only use, because, hold on, let me show you here in a second. If I just gain 2 levels right here like this, you see, well, this button right here would say that it takes 2 levels. But since I'm not level 16, so I can't just sit here and grab 2 levels and then go back in and add another enchantment. 2 levels and add an enchantment to save experience. I can go up to 16. Well, now I'm 17, but and now the minimum is 17. So it's making you go up. What the heck does combo do? It's making it go up over and over. And this is all saved to the sword. I just saved, I did this guy to see, I was practicing with this shovel here, and I got it all wrong with the shovel, but that's fine. I only wasted like a level or something. But as you can see, like it didn't pull the enchantments back up. It's saved to the sword. So I don't know. I wonder if I can like break this. Can I do this and then like put it back down? Will that? Nope. It's saved to the sword. And all I succeeded in doing was wasting a little bit of lapis, which this is an interesting concept. Took me a minute to figure it out, but I think I've got it. What I really need to do is just keep gaining the experience as much as I need to until I can finally get to Soul Stealer 5. And man, I really, really, really hope it happens before we get too high with this whole minimum thing. I don't know how far I'm going to be able to go, but I wonder, I'm curious. We're going to test something. I don't want to take it off yet. If we go to book, hold on. Okay, let me explain my idea to you, and then you guys can tell me that I'm stupid. I want to use this guy okay? Kind of get a Soul Stealer 2 enchant or Soul Stealer 3 before we get too expensive and kind of play with it, right? And then take this guy and the book, disenchant it completely to get the book version of Soul Stealer 2 or 3, and then put that same sword back in here and keep going again. I don't know if that'll work. There are more swords. I feel like I've gone way far in this already. I mean, I feel like I haven't gotten very lucky with the enchantments. So we're going to try it, okay? I may have just wasted some stuff on the crystal sword. I might have just wasted 2 of those crystallized obsidian or whatever they're called. But I really want to see if this works. I want to see what happens. Because the information is saved onto the sword. So now the enchantment table, I think, if I'm right, one of 2 things is going to happen. Okay, wow. Okay, there's a lot of experience there that I actually was not picking up. And also the items. I need to leave this off because I'm just going to pick up all the items and I don't like that at all. That's really unfortunate. I'm going to leave it off, and once all the items are cleared, I can hold right click to pick up the experience. I'm just going to have to pick up the experience manually. But anyway, one of 2 things is going to happen, okay? After I take off the enchantments of this, and I put the sword back in here, it's either not going to work. Well, okay, 3 possibilities. It's either not going to work, and it's going to show up like this, and I just won't be able to enchant the same sword again. Or it's going to allow me to enchant it again, brand new, as if it's a brand new sword, or it still has the information of pending enchants. And if I go in there and take off Soul Stealer 2, put the sword back in here, and it's again Soul Stealer 2, then I could just enchant it again, get Soul Stealer 2 again, combine them together, so you get Soul Stealer, I don't know, it's a complicated, look, there's so much complications here. Hopefully you understood a little bit of that. I don't know what the heck is going to happen, but we are going to do this to see what happens. All right, so I got Soul Stealer 2 and the faster attack 2. I didn't really need the faster attack. I was just kind of playing with stuff. What happens? Okay, so it starts all over. It's basically a brand new sword now. So I don't want that. Well, Sweeping Edge is good. Maybe? I mean, really, at this moment, why not? Really, right? I feel like that's a why not moment. Ender Disruption? No. Looting? Oh, that's good. We'll get looting. Faster attack 1. But see, that's the only difference here. If you get faster attack 1, faster attack 1, faster attack 1, it'll add them all together, I think, and you'll get faster attack 3. So it's better to try to go as far as you can with this. I don't think we need faster attack, though. I'm not worried about faster attack, to be honest. What's the highest level of faster attack that you can get? Faster attack 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can go all the way up to 5 with that one. We're not going to worry about it this time. We can get it later if we want. Soulbound, no. Faster attack 1. See, there's 2 of those. Oh my goodness, 3. Okay, well, we can test it then. What's the best shape here? Maybe, I don't know. Where's the other faster attack? This one? This one seems like it might fit right. No, not quite. Not quite. No. That's not a very good shape then. What about you? I mean, you do fit in there, but I'm trying to see something that fits nicely. No. You're basically the same one, I think. I think you two are like the same. So it's either it's one of the 2 shapes, and I guess we're just going to have to go something like that. I guess that's the best one. So then we add this here, and it's faster attack 2, and then we add this one. Oh, interesting. Okay. I get it. Okay. So we do need to add 2 of them in order to upgrade it to 3. Wow, this is crazy, guys. This is kind of nuts. In all actuality, can I put this back? Like, can I take it off now? Does it save it as fast? It does. Okay. So then we have looting. So I'm gonna have to, this is gonna take a little while. This is gonna take a little bit of work. But I kind of understand how things are working now, at least a little bit. And I just have to get lucky. Unbreaking is good. Let's see how far we can get with unbreaking, I guess. Beheading. Ooh, do I want behead? I kind of want beheading. It won't fit in here, though. That'll fit there. No, it won't. Maybe I don't want beheading right now. Unbreaking. That's good. At least we had unbreaking 2s. Talk about a grind. That took forever. I ended up having to go and put Soul Stealer 1 on so many different swords just to get the books from the graves and combine them all together. There's another soul entering a grave. And combining them all together until we got Soul Stealer 5. That's a lot of books, guys. Just 4 requires a Soul Stealer 3. That'll get you Soul Stealer 3 books with 4 Soul Stealer 1s. I got a couple Soul Stealer 2s here and there, but not much. I don't know. But we did eventually get it. And check this sword out. After I put everything on it, including the stuff from the other awesome sword that we got from the Wandering Trader, I'm calling it the All Slayer. Soul Stealer 5, Looting 4, Sharpness 10, Mending, Unbreaking 5, and Beheading, which is awesome because Beheading is going to help us make more graves, and that graveyard I want to make is going to be much, much easier to get once we have a lot more heads, because they require a head per grave. Jeez, guy. Holy crap. That was a lot of experience. It did actually require me to... Oh, here, I left a piece. It required me to AFK. Oh, I cleared it out, I think. I told it to avoid those. It required me to AFK up here. I built a little, stone box and just AFK'd here overnight in order to get as much experience as we needed to do all the sword stuff. And look, we're only up to 18. I used all of it, every bit of it, to gain the sword enchantments that I needed from Soul Stealer 5, tear them off, combine the books, and put all the books on the sword. The reason it used all of the experience, because we had up to 96 levels. We had 96 levels stored in our Hero's Medallion. After that one AFK session. 96, and every single bit of it was used to make this sword. And that's because Beheading 3, that last one, required 75 levels. No, 72 levels, and then when I renamed it, it was 73, technically. But basically, 75 levels to put that one enchantment on there. And they weren't getting more expensive. I tested this. In vanilla, at least it used to. I don't know if or when it ever changed, but the more enchantments you add, the more expensive future enchantments are to put on there. So, for example, if you try to put Sharpness 5 on a sword, okay, we'll just say it costs 15 levels to put Sharpness 5, and that's the only enchantment you're going to put on the sword. If you then put on Looting 3 and then go back to the Sharpness 5 to try to put that on, its price will increase. It will no longer be 15. It'll be like 20 or more. But in here, it's just a straight cost. So, for example, Soul Stealer 5 required 20 levels. Looting 4 required 35. Sharpness 10 required 35. It doesn't matter what order I put them in on. Those prices did not change when I added the enchantments onto this. They didn't change. I think Mending was the only one that did change, because usually Mending is only like 2 or 3 levels. And in this case, because I put it so late on the sword, I think it required 33. I think if I would have put it on sooner, it would have required less. But I didn't know how things worked at the time, so it is what it is. But yeah, so many levels. So many levels. But that's okay, because now we have our sword. And if we can, there's a couple things I want to do, okay? Now that we have our Soul Stealer 5, technically we can get Soul Stealer 6. I just want to show you this. This is not something we're going to go after right away. But these are from Cork, okay? Cork analyzes all available enchantments, finds the max level enchantment for each one, and then adds an ancient tomb for that particular enchantment. And what you can do is you can take the ancient tomb of that max level enchantment and combine it with a different max level enchantment, whether it's in book form or on a weapon, and you can increase it by another level. So in this, with these ancient tombs, it's a way to get looting 4 legitimately. Well, it's still modded, but, legitimately without finding a wandering trader with looting 4. Sharpness 6 or unbreaking 4, those kinds of things. Just one level above. That's all they give you. But it's something, And in this case, we could actually get Soul Stealer 6 because there is an ancient tomb. But these have to be found. You cannot make these. You cannot craft them. They don't, librarians don't sell them. They have to be found in dungeon loot and stuff. But anyway, what I wanted to do, there's a couple situations. Now that we have this stuff set up, we can do some pretty interesting things in that we don't need the mob farm we created anymore. Now we're going to use the area, okay? We're not just going to abandon it. That's not what's going to happen over here. And this is not going to happen today either, mind you. What we're going to do, am I getting gunpowder? I think I got gunpowder too. Oh, geez, come on now. There wasn't this much experience before. Holy crap. All right, we'll put you guys away, put you away. All right. Because what we're going to do is now we're going to make spawners using soul shards respawn. And that way we get much, much faster spawns. If we get it up to the right level, much, much faster spawns. And there's a couple of them I want to target first. Number one is these guys. Now, these are going to take a while to grow. These guys don't come around often unless we can find an outpost, which we might actually do. And then we could probably get them pretty quick. I might go look for one of those. I may have already passed one somewhere in my travels. But I think I want to get these guys first because I think they give you emeralds, which means I'd be endless trading for my villagers, which is really, really good. Plus the experience you get from them. I'm pretty sure they give you a decent amount of experience. And Endermen, because Endermen are just kind of the go-to farm. And I bring both of those guys over here, put them in this container, let them spawn on top of these conveyors, and they'll all come down here and we'll get all their drops. Now, this area is not going to stay as it is. And again, this is not going to happen this episode, but we're going to turn this into a massive mob killing chamber, and we're going to have several soul shards, some of each kind. We're going to have slimes, we're going to have blaze, we're going to have endermen, we're going to have these guys, we're going to have cows even. If I can find a way to kill the cows with fire, then I have endless beef. And we're good. I think beef is still good. Is beef still good here? Maybe not. Oh, wait, that's right. It's steak. It's not beef. Yeah, steak's still good. So, yeah, I kind of want to try that. Maybe we can find a way to kill the mobs and set them on fire. I think there's actually a fire trap that we can use. And maybe we can pass them over. No, see, I don't know how that would work. I don't know, but we'll figure something out. Now, try to kill the cows with fire, and that way we get steak, and we won't have to worry about it. We could also throw sheep in there to get cooked mutton and the pork chop and whatever else that we can kill things with fire to convert into a better thing or whatever. But these guys, I think, are going to be first. And these guys are going to start shooting me right away. I don't have a ranged weapon. I need to get a ranged weapon. Hey, guys. I don't see your banner guy. Where's your banner guy? I don't see him. He's like gone. He must have continued to wander off and he left his pack behind or something. Just kind of weird. How do I lure these guys in? If I get one. Hey guys. Wow. Oh, there we go. Yep. See, it drew all of them in. That's fine. Okay. Looks like we kind of split them up a little bit. That's all I really needed. All right, so we're good there. And see, right away, we're all the way up to 12 already. The Soul Stealer 5 plus the 1 times 2. So we killed 2 of them. Soul Stealer 5, which brings us 5 times 2 is 10. Plus the 2 that we actually killed. The physical entities count as well. So you get 6 per 1 kill, which is really cool. I forgot how powerful this sword is. This sword is actually really, really good. This sword might actually be stronger than this guy. I'm not sure. It says 1, but this guy hits like a truck. So pretty sure it's going to do a lot more damage. But anyway, you get the idea. I wanted to go ahead. Of course. Come on, guys. Come on. Sheesh, this thing keeps going. I need to turn this off or something. This is ridiculous. I don't think I need any more of any of those craps. Like, none of them. I don't think I need any of them anymore. All right, let me get these. Okay, thank you. All right, so now... So I don't know if I'm going to go find a fortress or an outpost. I kind of want to. I want to see if I can find an outpost. And if we can, just kill enough of these guys to get a decent level thing. As you can see, we only have 36. We need to go all the way to, what's that, 1024 for the, is that the max? I want to say that's the max level. Is 1024 kills is a tier 5 soul shard, I think. I could be wrong, though. I'll have to look that up. But, yeah. And then I want to go to the end. I want to go to the end and get some, and I kind of want to get some slimes, too, just because slimes are really, really handy to have. So these are things I'm going to go ahead and, I'm going to continue the grind, guys. I'm going to continue grinding. Even though I just got off of one grind, at least this is a different one. And we can work on getting our soul shards. So I need to make sure they are of a tier that will allow me to turn them off with redstone. And that way later on I can move them. And I believe you can just pick them up and move them, I think. I want to say? I don't know. I'm going to have to look at that too. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to move them later. I think you can even pull the shard out and continue to upgrade it. So we can put a level 1 in there, and then once we have another raid, we could always come back in and ooh, a raid. That's one way to get a whole bunch of them over here. I need to find a leader though first. Hey guy. We could also get wandering traders. I could spawn in wandering traders. We don't even need a big one of those actually. Hold on. I have one of those. I already killed one wandering trader, so let's go ahead and get our our shards or whatever. Wandering trader, creepers, yeah. Pigs, We'll just get. I'll leave the pig out. Can I erase these? I think I can erase them actually. I don't really want pig. I'd rather have cow. Haha! You can. Perfect. Lovely. Okay. So why are you down here? I don't need you there. All right, so wandering trader. All right, let's go kill a wandering trader. We're gonna see what he has. What? How? How did these guys break up? How did you lose your llamas already? Tree Capitator. Now we can't upgrade any of the skills he has. We can't upgrade them. Which means I can't go get the efficiency 10 and put it on an efficiency 10 anything to make it efficient. No. In an anvil, that will actually reset all the way back to efficiency 4. Now, we can take these and get the books and then apply the books directly to them to get the high-level enchants, but we can't upgrade the enchants any further. And this is the important thing. So I already have Unbreaking 5. I've already got Silk Touch, I think, somewhere with this guy. I've already got Mending. I got a few Mendings, and I already have Efficiency 10. So I don't need any of the stuff that he has on that, although the Skeleton Skulls would be nice. Once we start with these, the Pillagers, and they start dropping emeralds, I think they do. But at the same time, I didn't get any emeralds, so there might be one specific mob that does that, and I might have to go and find just that specific mob, which could be a problem. Because it worries me. I didn't get any emeralds from them, which makes me think they don't drop anything. If they don't drop anything, I need to reset this and go get the real one. But anyway, this guy right here is a no-go. Hey, guy. How's it going? Wandering Trader? 7 kills now. One-shot kills on pretty much everything, I think. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to do some research. I'm going to do some grinding. Oh, I forgot I have looting like 12. It's looting 4, really, but it's like a lot. So we got a lot of leather from him. But yeah, so I kind of want... I'm thinking about doing something, guys. Because if I'm using this as my attacking sword, and I'm using this as my miner, I don't really need this. I do lose Vein Miner if I do that. So I'm going to leave him in our backpack just in case we need him for something. But we're going to try to go without using him for a while. And we're going to see what happens. We'll see how terrible or good or whatever it is. Anyway, so yeah, let me do some grinding. Killing some pillagers and or whatever drops emeralds. Slime. Wandering traders if I can find them. Creepers. And I also want to go get an Enderman at least. If I can get all of these guys up to pretty high levels. It doesn't have to be super high. But just pretty high levels. Then I'll be happy for today's progress. Alright, I got distracted by a rabbit hole. So our shards are not done yet. Though I did get the Enderman up to 78. And that's when I realized it'd be really handy to have Sweeping Edge 3 on this guy. So, I went over to our villagers. Yes, I am flying faster. We'll get to that in a minute. Went over to our villagers and was like, oh, I wonder if we have one in here and if we could make one, which I'm going to try to do because Sweeping Edge 3 is something that's probably much easier to get over here in villagers than it is versus our other thing. So then I was like, I can't see what villagers we already have to see whether or not I need to start getting some more. So let's build a little structure over here that says, okay, this allows me to lay them out in a non-decorated way. This is not decorated. This is not going to be the design of the academy or anything like that. This is just to separate them so I can see what each one has whenever I need to. I was like, okay, if we're going to do this vertical to save space like we're doing, I need to be able to hover better. The hovering of the other jetpack was so much worse, as you probably remember. Very, 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 very bad. So I decided to upgrade our jetpack, which of course takes more fuel usage per tick. So just to make sure that I had enough room, I figured I'd go over here and upgrade our power system. So I went ahead and I made a whole bunch of the wind turbines, which are up here, and now they're all set up. And I was like, okay, if we have more wind turbines, then we need better cable. So I made a whole bunch more cable. And then if we have a better transfer rate in our cables, we need a better dimensional cell to store it all. So I made 2 of these guys. And since we have 2 of those guys, it allows us, and the better cable, it allows us to go ahead and upgrade this guy. Now this guy is the next step in here, but as you see, well, you really can't see. It still charges kind of slowish. It's only 1000 FE per tick. Now, it is more than we're using, so we're okay right now. And it also, I was kind of in here for a while, so I was like, okay, I'm getting cramped. I need to expand this. So I raised the roof by 1 and kind of patched any holes I made with stone brick. It's like, okay. So, that's where we're at. Now, I wanted to go ahead and upgrade to the next tier. And this is where things, I have to start progressing a little bit more in order to get further. All right. So we already have the Energizing Orb. I made this guy a while ago, not knowing that I needed these guys too. All right. So yeah, we're going to go and try this energizing thing, and I don't know how it works, but we already have the Energizing Orb. And I wanted to do... Oh, hello, Wandering Trader. I hear you. Yeah, I hear you. You're... Okay, close that. So you're yep. What do you have? Doesn't really matter, because I'm going to kill you anyway, but, you know. That's kind of cool. Instantly pass through portals like in your creative mode or whatever, but I don't think... Well... Oh, I thought that was a sponge for a second. Sponges I would have bought from the guy. But he didn't have sponges. I'm so sorry. And now we're up to 13. We're still not to the point of being able to drop them automatically. Once we get to tier 1, we can actually drop as many of them as we want. And we might actually drop them into some kind of a hole just to see. I want to see if they despawn. If we put them in a spawner, do they despawn on their own? I don't know the answer to this. We might be able to save Wandering Traders and get some really, really good deals. Possibly. But that's why I'm doing Wandering Traders. I just got to wait for enough of them to come around until I get to tier 1. Anyway, so with this guy, we need if we go to usage, we need 10 FE per tick. And in order to make this, we need 10,000 FE. So I feel like that's a lot of ticks to wait. This one does 500. Hardened is what we need. So we can't go any higher than the basic. All right, so let's go ahead. How many? I don't know how many of these we need. Let's go to the Power mod. Let's check it. Take a look at the book. Power? Does it tell me all about Power? Manual? Power? Okay. All right. Welcome back, Xogue. Thanks. It said that the first time I opened the book, which is the only time it will ever be wrong. So I think that's pretty clever to put that in the book. Though they should detect the first opening and not show it, but they did in this case. After that, you can say welcome back the whole time and you'll be fine forever. Doesn't even matter. Whether you're gone for a day or gone for 3 years, it does not matter. As soon as you open this book again, it's correct. I think that's a nifty little thing. Anyway, I need the Energizing Orb. Okay. At least one Energizing Rod in a 9x9 range to work. Okay, the energizing speed depends on the amount of rods in the rod tier IO rate. Okay, the energy rods must be placed on cables or any forge energy block. Okay, so basically, it'll automatically link so we don't have to do anything. Okay, and we can relink them if we have to. Got it. Okay, so what I think we're going to do is we're going to open the back area up over here. And I don't really want to go too far with this. I just want enough room. Okay, there's one spot open. That's fine, though. I kind of expected at least one. Looks like we got 2. That's fine. Okay, so then we can just go ahead and patch the holes like we did last time. Bam. Bam. Okay. And then we can put, what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rods on top of this. And we can put our energy orb down here. So we just need to make all of these rod thingamajigs. No. Where's the energy orb? Oh, I have it on track. Okay. Energy orb should be in here somewhere. Okay. Usage. Let's go ahead and hit A on that to save it. I don't know why they're not saving. These are getting erased between saves. They're just automatically getting wiped out, and I don't know why. Maybe it's just every update. It might be every update. That might stick around. We're going to see. But anyway, so I need to make the first tier ones first, which is fine. I need to make these guys. Blah, blah, blah. This is just a bunch of crafting, guys. I am going to go ahead and skip this part. I just need to make 5 of the second tier ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so it says everything should be good. I should just have to put these in here and it will do its thing. There it goes. Bam. Oh, wow, that was really quick. I didn't think they would. I guess it is per tick, huh? Interesting. Okay. So can we do multiples? If we do, say, 5 of them, can we do 5 at a time of each? Oh, right. Gold is currently being put in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we go in and do that. Okay, so no, it appears to only be 1 at a time. That's fine, though. I mean, it does kind of work pretty quick. I guess it's not too bad. It could be a lot worse. Anyway, so now that we have these, I should be able to make the next player transmitter, which is hardened, which is this guy. We get 2 out of the recipe, so that's fine. And that should allow us to make, not blazing, I want hardened. There we go. And then all I need to do is just take this guy, And upgrade you like so. All right, so now we have the hardened one, which the other one was 10,000. This one is times 3 over the other one. So, I mean, that's cool. It is, because if you take a look, this one right here, you see the charging speed is 100 FE per tick. This was the starter one. This is how slow it was. This one is the one we just came from, which is 10 times faster. This one is 3 times faster than this one. So what is blazing? Blazing goes all the way up to 8. Can I make these guys? So all I really got to do is just energize a blaze rod. Well, 4 of them. And I can make the next tier as well. I think I can, because I think I have enough of those. This goes up to 8K. Let's go ahead and do this one too. We won't worry about going too much further than that just yet. I need to make one of these, okay? And then I'll have what I need, because I have these 2. And then I have that. I just need to make these guys and this guy. Okay, good. So yeah, I just need, do I have that many blaze rods? I believe I do, actually. Yeah, I just need the 4. All right, so I should just have to do, it says 90K. So it'll take a little bit longer for this one per, but that's fine. I should make the hardened ones for these as well, really. I should upgrade these too. Since I have hardened capability now, I should make these as hardened. How difficult is that to do with the energizing? You hardened. You require the old one, of course. You required the hardened capacitors, of course. 2 per, so we would need 10 of these. I need 5 more of these, and then the block of quartz is no problem. I think we can do this. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to finish off upgrading this guy to blazing, and then I'm going to get these guys to hardened. Maybe I'll do these guys to hardened first. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. And then everything will work out and we'll be done and I can move on with stuff, I think. Okay, this is ridiculous, okay? I mean, to a point, I understand. But at the same time, holy crap. Check this out. I told you this guy, in order to put beheading 3 on it, it costed 75 levels. It was 72 levels and then I renamed it. So 73. If we go, hold on. I got our Sweeping Edge 3 book. Mind you, I did not get it from a villager. I got it from the same process we got our Soul Stealer from. The villagers, there are so many different enchantments. And it seems to cycle through the same ones very, very commonly. And then it seems to choose the others so rarely. It's ridiculous. And Sweeping Edge was just one that did not show up after like 2 hours of doing it. I got sick of it. I was like, I can get that sooner from this setup. I don't like the setup. Kind of weird. It's not very cool, but you know what? It works. And it does. I got it. Anyway. If we try to put this book on All Slayer, we've got 136 levels we need to get. 136 levels. Now, right now, it would take us forever to get that from this. It would work. We would eventually get it. But like I said, I AFK'd overnight while gathering all the experience with the coin. And I only got up to like 70, or no, I got up to like 96, I think. So I'd have to AFK for like 2 nights in a row. I don't know. It's just crazy. So we're going to try to do something else. Now, I've already been increasing a few of these guys. I got a few more creepers. I got a few Endermen, and this is when I actually decided to come back, is because Endermen were taking a little while, and I wanted Sweeping Edge, and I was like, okay, that's a thing. So, yeah. So what I think we're going to do is I'm going to go grind out the Enderman and get this to tier 5, and then I'm going to try to get slimes to tier 5, and I might even go back to where I was and get zombies to tier 5, because zombies are going to give us the Graves Dust, or whatever that we need in order to make the blocks and everything for the grave mod so we can make our graveyard soon. I don't know where it's going to actually. That island could turn into a super spooky graveyard island. Guys, I think that would work out really, really well. Having our graveyard over there, I think that'd be excellent. But anyway, so with the beheading on this, I'll get all the heads I need for the graves. I believe it should work. I don't know for sure. The heads I'm getting are a little bit different than normal, but I think the zombie ones are good, I think. But... and I have gotten so many of those, it's ridiculous. But with that, I should be able to make the graves. And then the graves dust we'll get from the zombie shard that's going to help that out as well. And slimes, they break down into a lot of different pieces. You'll get a lot of slime for it, which slime is always good. I don't really need as much as we're going to get from it, but it's good to have. And Endermen, of course, they're one of the highest XP yields in the game. So if we have all of them dropping all the time, hopefully we will be able to get to 136 levels. I wouldn't say quick. It's still going to take a long time. It's still going to take a very, very long time. But when you see how fast these things spawn from these shards once you have them maxed out, it won't take nearly as long as it does now. There were literally... never not be something down here dying. There will probably be 5+ mobs in this thing the whole time. It will constantly be killing at least 5 mobs the entire time it's in here. But that also means we're going to need another method of picking up experience that's automated. I need a better way to hold the experience, and that pylon is just not how we want to do it. So I'm going to be taking a look at that as well. So I'm going to go ahead and grind out the slimes, the zombies, and the Endermen and try to get 3 tier 5 soul shards. And we need an XP collection system. I got to figure that one out too. I don't believe I actually mentioned this in any way, shape, or form, but I do believe I was telling you that I was working on upgrading the jetpacks. I went all the way to Emerald. Which, mind you, this is not actually going down. There's a glitch. It's not actually going down. It's just glitched. It's not updating with the stuff that I don't know. It's hard to explain. But I bet I could even go... you see how the jetpack one... and now it's charged. And this guy's fully charged. So it's just, I don't know. It's a really weird thing, but it's not, the power's not actually going down in the jetpack. So I'm not too worried about it. But anyway, so yeah, I did upgrade because this guy has a 0.0 hover speed. The diamond one, the tier 4, right before this one, had a 0.5 or 0.05 hover speed, which meant it was going down really slowly. But that wasn't good enough for me. So it's just emeralds, guys. We have all the villagers. I can get emeralds, no problem. I figured after I got through the diamond, upgrading to emerald was going to be no problem at all. So I figured I'd go ahead and do it. Anyway, so as I mentioned, we're hooking up these, what they call them soul cages, but basically they're spawners in the soul shards mod. And I have my 3 maxed out crystals. It actually didn't take nearly as long as I thought it would. But what I need to do is find a way to turn them on and off. And redstone is only gotten from tier 5. You don't get redstone control from tier 4. You have to go all the way to tier 5 for redstone control. And we need that. Because we're going to be coming in here and changing a lot of things. So what we're going to do is use some of these guys. This is one of the newer mods that's in this. I haven't actually seen this, at least. I can't guarantee it's a new mod, but I think it is. And there's a lot of things in here. I was playing with it. You guys can read that tooltip if you want to. It was a little difficult to understand at first and didn't really make sense. So I'm going to go through it. Basically, if you go through here, you can plant these on particular devices. And we're actually going to go below it, actually, now that I think about it. I got to be careful. Okay. Gimme? Did I get it? Okay. We're going to go below this. We're going to put them on the bottom. because that way I don't think it removes the spawning space. The block directly below a spawner is never really an active spawning space because the spawner itself would prevent it. Because the spawner, I don't believe, is considered a transparent block. But anyway, so with these here, what you can do is actually choose how the lever reacts to it. And that's what it says here. If you control shift, it says click with a redstone torch to configure the output. And basically what that means is you can do, it applies a strong signal, a weak signal, strong inverted signal, which means it'll supply a redstone signal when it's off, and it'll put one on when it's on, inverted. It'll invert its on and off states. You can do that strong or weak, and there's something else in there somewhere as well, blah, blah, blah. The part we want to look at is the part that says click with an ender pearl to get a switch link pearl linked to this switch. And then click with a switch link pearl to use this switch as a link source. So it doesn't exactly make a whole lot of sense, but basically what they're saying is ender pearls are used to link them. These are how you link them together. Now, number one, we can right click with these. Different pearl for a different switch. And what we can do is, as you can see, if we go ahead and use these, you have to hold shift to use them. You can even hear it. You can hear a little Enderman sound. I don't know if you can hear it through the video or not. But you see it's actually working on each individual one. Each of these pearls is now linked to them. I don't know which way's on and off. Okay, Soul Cage Power 15. Power 15, you're off. Okay, so these two are on. So I need to do this. Oops. Hold on. This makes things complicated. Hold on. You can't actually remove the torches while you're holding these. It's a really weird concept. But anyway, I think it was this one. Yeah, so they all should be off now. That's what we want. Actually, no. We want them all on. Because that way it won't... When the switch is on, when this thing has a redstone signal, it won't spawn mobs. I believe. I think that's how it works, and now I'm worried because I don't know that for sure. But anyway, so now that we have this, what we can do is we're going to use it on the wall over here as an example, just so you can see me hit the switch and you can see all the other switches. But now that we have these in our hands, you basically just punch them in. You can left click or right click on either of these and you'll get the same response. But basically, we've just put all of those pearls into this switch. And now if we flick it, oh, there it goes. Now they're all linked to this one switch. So when this is on, all of these are on, and vice versa. Now, that's really, really good. And it took me a minute to figure that out, actually, which is surprising. I think the tooltips should be better written. I don't think they're written all that well. But it was enough to figure out. So maybe they're written well enough. I don't know. But anyway, I need to turn that off. Another thing that these do not count. I think this starts at tier 4. If you have a tier 4 soul shard, when you put it into a spawner or a soul cage in this case, it doesn't check light levels, which means we can have this place fully lit up, which we actually do. We can leave the holes in the ceiling. We can leave it wide open with leaves and everything. It doesn't matter. It'll all still work. Now, another thing to note is this whole area will be redesigned. Okay, this is another reason we need redstone, because we're going to be adding more soul cages with more mobs in the future. And we're going to need to be able to turn these on and off at will when we want to change something. And I want that to be very, very easy to turn on and off. So very, very important that we get that ability. And now we should actually have the ability. So what we want to do, punch these guys back in here again. Actually, I don't like the way that's facing. Does that make me picky? I think that makes me very... Oh, you went in here, which means you went all the way down here. Holy crap, that scared me. Whew. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. I didn't like the way that was facing. We'll just stick it on the wall right here. That'll work. So now, you can't really tell, but we'll just check, make sure they're linking. So this says it's on, so we'll turn it off to make sure these are off in here. And then we'll double check just to make sure. So these are now off. Okay, and we'll go back up. We'll turn it back on just to make sure. And now it's on. So all of these guys should also be on. Yes. Okay, good. So this is actually working. And now let's test my theory. Which one is the least harmful? Ooh, slime. Can slime go underneath this? I think they can, and they should be able to fall down here, even the big ones, I think. It'll be close for the big ones, but I think it'll be good enough. I want to say it will be. We're going to find out, because I think the big slimes can actually spawn from this guy. Anyway, so we've Enderman, slime, and zombies. Let's do zombies, because they're the easiest to dispose of. So now, yeah, you see it glitch? You see that? Okay. So as I thought, when it's powered, these are turned off. Good. So now, boom. And now we have 3 tier 5 soul shards inside soul cages of slime, zombie, and enderman. And what we're going to get is 6 enderman, 6 zombie, and 6 slime every 2 seconds. It is ridiculous how quick these things spawn, okay? I just want you to... There's your forewarning for this. Let's go ahead and turn this guy on just for a few seconds, just to make sure everything is working right. There it goes. Oh, they're teleporting. There we go. Yeah. Oh, that's great. That's marvelous. Yeah, our endermen are teleporting, and I'm not quite sure why. Yep. Okay. All right, we're turning that off again. How you guys doing? Okay, good. Are we good? Okay, it's actually not that far behind with this thing. It's actually not as far back as I thought it was going to be. And now it should give us a lot of experience. Even that little bit. And there's so many Endermen around the area, it's ridiculous. We need to figure out why the Endermen are teleporting. I think it's because I want to say it's because it's bright. All of them weren't teleporting. Perhaps these are the ones that were exposed to the daylight? I'm thinking that might be the answer, actually. Hold on, give me this. Let's block this off. So if we block this off, wow, hey, dude. All right, so now we're gonna go high enough up just to make them all disappear, because I'm not gonna try to kill them all. That's just not very smart, really. But we're just gonna go high enough so they all disappear, and then I'm gonna go sleep, and we're gonna try this again. Hello, AirGen. We should be high enough now. Whee! Hover mode. All right. Out my legs. All right, so that's a witch. That's a witch. That's okay, witch. I am not worried about you. You'll despawn here in a minute anyway. Now, let's go ahead and try this again. And now that all the Endermen are gone, and it's still daylight, let's do it again to see if we still get Endermen teleporting everywhere. Yeah, they're still teleporting everywhere. Why are they teleporting? I don't know why the Endermen are teleporting like they are. Guys, that was just a few seconds, and I'm still collecting experience. All right, hold on. Let's put the Ender Pearls, the slime, this in there, that in there. We kind of collected all this stuff while we were absorbing the experience. Why are the Endermen teleporting? I don't understand. All right, Enderman, I win in the end because I just took the crystal out because I couldn't figure it out. Well, it's not that I couldn't figure it out. I knew what was happening. I know what was happening. All of it, really. There's 3 things that make them teleport, really. All of them are damage sources. So first, this was too low, or this was too high in the air. Or more accurately, the ceiling was too low. I actually raised it by a block. And then I tried that again. So they stopped taking damage by suffocating, which was the first reason they were teleporting, is because they were taking damage from the roof. Then the second one was because they were landing too hard. So then I lowered this down until it was like right above this. And then I reoriented the vector plate so they would just kind of go around it, which would have worked fine, except, you know, that removed those two sources of damage. But then there's one last one that I can't get rid of. I can't stop them from taking damage here. They have to take damage here. So then I started looking for ways to prevent their teleportation. And right now in this pack, I can't find one. It doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It just means the names that I thought to check, like Ender, there's like Enderference or something. There is an enchantment on a weapon you can do. Ender Disruption inhibits teleportation. So I don't know if I just have to like hold that in my hand or if I actually have to hit them with it. I'm thinking I have to hit them with that weapon. So that wouldn't work in our case, I don't believe. And I don't see like a block that prevents teleportation of Endermen at all. So I don't think there's a way to prevent the teleportation at the moment. Not with our setup. And I can't think of a way of killing the Endermen where they wouldn't teleport unless I'm just swinging at their legs, which is what I thought this would mimic, because I'm literally hitting. It's like I'm hitting them with a sword from on the bottom of their feet. Like, I kind of figured that would not make them teleport, but can't really do anything about that. So what we're doing instead is we're going to go get a new mob. We got the pigmen. These guys will also give us gold, which is actually very, very good. Very, very, very good. Come on, guys. I feel like I'm trying to gather a herd of sheep. Usually this is really, really dangerous, but in this case, not so much. I mean, it is. Don't get me wrong. If I were to lose, the rest of the power on this thing, which the only reason I'm not worried about it is because this guy has almost 50 million power, so we're pretty much good. But, yeah, we got our shard down here, too. So, I don't know. It's kind of a deal. I would really like to have Sweeping Edge, but I'm trying to do this to get Sweeping Edge. I could probably deal with just the zombie experience and the slime experience, and it would eventually get me there, but I'd kind of like to have something a little better. And this isn't the worst, kind of thing either. There are much worse situations than what I'm trying to do now, but as you can see, it's probably going to take us a little while just to find all these guys. So, also, I think there is a way to charge batteries, the transmitter. I think there is a multi-dimensional one. I feel like there is a way. I got to look into this because I think there is a trans-dimensional one if you upgrade it far enough, perhaps. I already have blazing. I'm not sure. I got to take a look at this. Yeah, I think I'd call that effective. All right, well, I think this is working. What do you think? You think it's working? All right, so what I've done here is obviously I've got my inventory is full so that I can keep this guy on to teleport the experience to me, but I'm not picking up the items before this Ender Hopper thing is. Okay, so it's going now. It's probably it'll fill up pretty quick. This pipe can't keep up. It can't. I'm gonna have to get probably a bigger one. I'm gonna have to upgrade this so it does a full stack at a time. And even then, it may not even be fast enough. But as you can see, a large part of the problem is the swords, which I do have filtered down below. I put in an extra filter, so all of this is going over to the right side. There's a little void box thing over there. So that's kind of one of those deals. The biggest issue we're going to have right now is just to make sure we pick up the experience. Because if I just sit here and not pick up the experience for just a little while, just a small amount of time, my game starts to lag. Like, I start to get... I want to see, like... Yeah, it's already starting. Like, I don't know if you can tell, but the game is already losing FPS. Does this show my FPS on here anywhere? I don't even know. I don't think it does. It's already getting painful. I gotta get this stuff here. But look, I have my Hero's Medallion in my offhand. So the bar shows up over there to the right. And as you can see, the experience is just steadily growing. It just keeps going up. So getting to the level we need to get to in order to put our sweeping edge on this thing is not going to be an issue. The biggest issue is that we're going to have to turn it off every once in a while to let this thing clear out. I'm curious how long that'll actually take. I'm so curious on how long that's going to take for it to actually clear out. Like, Hero Medallion, like, this, it can't even keep up with all the experience I'm getting. It can't even keep up with it. There's too much of it coming in at one time. This is ridiculous. It's crazy. It's so crazy. All right. Anyway, how long? It's going to take a little while. I'm going to have to upgrade this extension or this extraction thing. I'm going to have to. But I am filtering out a lot of this stuff. Most of these do have the emerald upgrades. Here, let's do this. Oh, of course. Of course. Hold on. Let me actually empty my hand completely. We do have the storage upgrade, 32 times base value, and the void upgrade for all of them. I don't need that much flesh. I don't need that many arrows. There's no point to have the upgrade on them, on hardly any of them. We're not going to need that much of any of these. But why not? It's not going to hurt anything, not even a little bit. It won't even hurt anything at all to have them on there anyway. And since we do have the void upgrade, it makes me feel better having the extra storage, knowing that we're going to be voiding some stuff eventually. It makes me feel better knowing we're going to have, 32 times 32 stacks, whatever number that is. It's a lot. So it's just one of those deals. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. All I really got to do is just let this guy clear out every once in a while. I'm going to have to upgrade the extraction pipe here because it's just going way too slow. If we take a look, this one is the diamond one. Okay. That's actually good news because we can upgrade it twice. This guy extracts 32 items every second. And that's what we're looking at the item extraction, not worried about the millibuckets or the filter because this one's just extracting everything that comes in. The Elite does 64 items every half second, which is excellent because it's even better. That's 2 stacks per second rather than 32 items per second. It's 4 times faster, which is probably all we're really going to need. This one does the same amount. Tier 5 is also 64 items every half second. So I guess that's normal. It just, going to this one, the ultimate just increases the fluid extraction. And that's like every 0 seconds. What is that, every tick? This is like 3,200 millibuckets per tick. Like, that's super quick. But it also gives you the 15 filter slots, which we really don't need. So we'll probably just upgrade to this one. Let me see. Can I just take this guy off with an empty hand? Of course, I'm going to have to double empty hand it. Yes. Okay. So let me just upgrade this guy. And maybe, I don't know if it'll be able to keep up or not. 4 times faster that's quite a bit. That's quite a bit. Both of the ones below are the purple ones, the ultimates, because they need the filter slots. And that's how I'm getting rid of all the swords and all the crap that comes in like that. So I'm thinking it should be enough, really. But I'm going to need the emeralds for this. And apparently the blaze rod that I don't have. I thought I would have that. Really? Yeah, even the upgrade can't keep up. It's trying its hardest, but it can't quite get there. So basically, I just kind of went AFK in an impromptu little thing here. Basically, I just kind of went in and I was like, okay, I'm going to go take care of some other stuff, step away from the computer for a minute, set up one of the videos to go live here since it's about 4 o'clock in the morning and I'm supposed to have one scheduled to go live in about 2 hours. And now it is. But anyway, so that is what I did. It didn't take me very long. Now, we did get to level 90 really fast, but this guy is already in trouble. He's just not able to keep up. I think mainly it's the swords. If we could get rid of the swords faster, I think it might be okay. Maybe if I put another void thing over here and take out like the swords and maybe the golden armor that keeps coming in. Maybe, but then I'd have to put the same thing into this one as a blacklist and tell it not to take out the swords and not to take out the armor. Maybe. I'm not sure. But anyway, it's having trouble. It's having some trouble keeping up for sure. But we are level 90 already. It really did not take very long to get that at all. Not even close. It really didn't take very long at all. And while this thing is catching up, I did want to go ahead and just kind of explain my future plans, I suppose. Just to get, not necessarily like full future. Hey guys, how did you guys even get loose? Did you like squeeze out the side? Is that a thing that's happening for real? Are you guys spawning and like, maybe they're spawning, suffocating in the wall? And then you know how when slimes split, they split outwards, right? So maybe since the big slime was split or was killed by the wall, his underlings kind of split off and some of them went to the outside. That's an interesting thing. That's it. It doesn't really bother me too much because they're not in my face. They're just off to the side. And every time I leave the area, they'll despawn. So it's not a big deal. And as you can see, I mean, I was running it for a while. There's only a few of them over here. It won't happen too often. Like even if I were able to make this stable enough to run for like an hour or two straight, it'd still be to the point where we'd only have like 15 to 20 of them over here. And again, I could just fly up like really, really high and then come back down and they'd all be gone. So not a huge deal. But anyway, all right, good. This guy's starting to go back. I can put my slime balls in there at least. Now, I'm going to sort that out to some degree. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but probably what I was talking about before with the other filter pipe and put it into a void chest. And again, this whole area is going to be decorated and designed. We're going to have a specific building for this. This is going to play a huge role, I think, with the villagers in the academy. I'm thinking maybe it's because, you know, the academy is going to house all of the villagers, all of the librarians that we want to keep with the books and trades and everything that we have. I still need to decorate and design that building. I have no idea what that's going to look like yet. So that's not going to happen too soon. I want it to happen pretty soon, but not too soon. I need to design that first. But and the same deal with this. I don't know exactly what role I want this to play, and it could change. But at the moment, I'm thinking maybe we can have this be like, what do they call it? A study aid or a demonstration area, you know, like this is the building where they dissect the creatures and study them kind of a thing. I don't know. Or perhaps since it's all about the enchantments, maybe this is the area where they test them, or something along those lines. And they put the enchantments on some other creatures and then they, I don't know, investigate and figure out how it affects them. And I don't know. Something along those lines, somehow tied into the academy to some degree. And if you have any ideas, feel free to let me know in the comments. But those two things are not going to happen yet. I need to iron out the details and actually design the buildings that are going to house those two concepts, I guess. But what I do want to do in the next episode is a little bit of sprucing up the place, so to speak. There's a couple design aspects that I would like to tie in. Right now, we have a lot of the stone brick here, and I would like to bring some of that up into the pathway. Right now, our pathway is very, very plain. We need to throw some regular dirt, or for instance, dirt probably won't work very well. Coarse dirt. We'll put some coarse dirt in here. We'll put some gravel. We'll put some stone. We'll put some cobblestone, and we'll put some stone brick, cracked stone brick. We're just going to vary the whole thing up and kind of spruce it up, make it look a lot better. We'll probably put some grass, some flowers in here. Just kind of decorate things a lot more and have it look a lot better. And that way we can bring this stone brick in here, which is definitely missing from the top up here. We can bring some of that up top, and that way it'll kind of tie it all together. We can also possibly start hanging some vines or something to give, the leaves some company, because they look a little bit, I don't know, something's off with the leaves. I'm not sure what it is yet, but something's just kind of off. And we need to remedy that. I don't know how to do it though. I don't have enough experience to pinpoint exactly what it is yet. I'm gonna have to play with a few things as time goes on to solve that particular problem. But so far, I think it's okay. I still need to make this bridge thing that I was talking about, so that way we can start tying this area in with the rest of the village. And I really, the big thing that I really want to get done soon is the graveyard. Now, with this guy here and all of our adventures and getting those tier 5 gems, that's done. That's good. We got a lot of heads. Okay. So let me show you a little bit about what I was talking about here. If we go to head, we have a lot of them. Okay. Now, if you look directly below the yellow letters, this one right here, for example, says Minecraft player head. Okay. This one, the player heads, hold on, let me put this stuff away here, or at least give myself some room. The player heads do not work for the gravestones. Anything that says player head does not give me a graveyard, a grave, or whatever. So that means we can't use the Enderman heads. We can't use the zombie heads, zombie pigman heads, not the slime heads. Creeper head would probably work. Nope, creeper head doesn't even work. Can't do that or that or that. So it looks like the only ones we can actually use are the zombie heads. Now, that said, I think 100 and however many that was, 149 graves is going to be plenty. And the way we're going to do the graveyard is a little bit more, we're not going to use all of these. We're going to spruce it up and actually kind of get some other stuff. Like white marble can be gotten with graves dust and stone, just like the regular one can. If we take a look at the regular dark marble, the only thing the white marble needs is just a piece of bone meal, and that's not a problem for us. We're going to have huge amounts of bones. Well, not yet actually, but I think we already do. And we can kind of vary it up and kind of get a bunch of these. And the only thing that really changes with the different grave types is how much stone is being used, which is unfortunate because, the bigger ones are really, really cool and everything. But I always like to go cheap if I can. Like this guy only uses 3. We're good with 3, I don't have to make any more. That's awesome. Because every one piece of this requires 1 graves dust. And this stuff it's not the easiest thing to get. Now, I don't know. Let me go to sleep. I'm not sure. Of course I can't go to sleep yet. Now I can. Okay. I'm not sure if we're getting graves dust from our since we have the zombie thing over here. I think we should be. We should be getting graves dust over here. Hopefully, we won't have a problem with graves dust anymore because we should be getting a decent amount of it. It's only a 10% chance. Oh, what? Stop. Stop. Open the chest. Stupid. Pew. Are you full? You're not. Whoa. Hello, gold. Yeah, we're not getting graves dust, and I don't know why. I'm not sure. It's supposed to count as a player kill. Those plates are. So we should be getting graves dust from the zombies about 10%. With looting, it goes up, but our plates don't have the looting on them. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that stuff. Yeah, this is just a glitch. I don't know why they're stuck there. They're not actually stuck there. Like if I bring something else up here, for example, 1 piece of gold, and then go like this, boop, and you saw it disappear. Anyway, so yeah, we're not getting the graves dust, and that bugs me. We're supposed to get the graves dust. That's the biggest holdup that we're going to have is the graves dust. it's really unfortunate we're not getting, because it's hard to get. It's really not easy to get unless I were to maybe bring that spawner that we have, that soul shard, and bring it somewhere else and just set up an area where I literally just hack and slash them. I just kill them all in droves and droves, which would be far after I get my sweeping edge on that sword, by the way. But it is what it is. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to have to figure that out because I don't actually know. But I really, really, really want... Yeah, we only have 27 right now. That's unfortunate. That'll only give us a few more graves. I really, really want to get to the graveyard. I think it's going to be a very, very fun project to decorate out a graveyard. And I think this island over here is going to be part of it. Part of me actually wants to keep the lava. Like, we're going to move it around, I guess, but I want lava to be a part of it. I think maybe there might, I don't know how off the top of my head, but there might be a way to bring the lava into this project somehow. I think it'd be kind of interesting. I don't know. Not exactly sure, but I do have a whole lot of grinding to do. I got to get to my level and I got to put my sweeping edge on there. I may or may not go about getting some more of these guys off camera. I would really like to get the illager for the emeralds, which, mind you, I did some research. You can't get it from pillagers. So those little, like the outposts, I can't get it from the outposts. But what I can get from the outposts is to kill a raid captain and get the bad omen effect, and then set up a fake village somewhere. So that way I get raided with 7 waves, of a raid. And some of those guys, if I'm very careful with it, some of those guys will be, what are they? Vindicators, I believe. Are they Vindicators? Yeah. Vindicators. And of course the Evokers as well. They also drop emeralds and the Totems of Undying. I'm not worried about Totems of Undying. I don't care about them. The Vexes worry me because I don't know if we're going to kill them soon enough for them to not spawn the Vexes. And Vexes could cause huge, huge problems in a mob farm setting. So we're just going to stick with the Vindicators. I'm going to find them. I'm going to farm them as much as I possibly can. And that's going to be a thing. Also going to keep my eye out for Wandering Traders. Once we get this to tier 1, we really don't need to make this a higher tier. So I think we're going to put this into a spawner and just spawn a few of them to see if they have different trades and what kind of trades they do have and if they despawn. I think that's going to be really interesting if we can make that work. I'd like to get the creeper just because I like killing lots and lots of creepers. We really don't need much of the gunpowder. We have plenty of gunpowder already. Yeah, what else? Part of me wants to get rid of this farm. The farm is already this is just crazy right here. I need to do something with this stuff here, but I kind of want to keep it, really. I could hook up a storage door system to that though, really. It wouldn't be that big of a deal to do that. And then I could just have the void upgrades and everything. It'd be fine. I may move it though and give each of these plants a different plot. Give them their own plots. Extend our farming area a little bit underneath. I don't know if I'm going to work too much on these guys here. We already have the tier 1 and the tier 2 plot. We need a tier 3, tier 4, tier 5. Is that it? Just tier 5? Or is there a tier 6 too? I think there's only that. I think there's only a tier 5. And we can scatter those wherever. And then we just need to make pathways to, connecting them all. And likewise, what we're going to do with the path up here, I also need to do the same thing down here. And then I think we're going to need to make a way up and down for the villagers. I mean, obviously they're not actually going to use them because we don't want them to actually use them, but we need to make it look like they can use them. So maybe we could do like a spiral staircase thing around the pillars or something along those lines. So they have a way up and down just on one of them or something. I'm not sure. I don't know how I want to do that just yet. Again, if you have any ideas, let me know. Well, those are just some of the stuff. That's some of the things I'd really like to get to sometime soon. I don't know. I'm really, really, really liking the area, though. I'm liking where this stuff is going. And I can see myself. I can feel myself converting over into the building aspect because now I'm getting excited about the story. I'm getting excited about designing certain projects. I'm getting excited about all this stuff and what it's going to look like when we're done. So my goal for this and other series that I have going on right now was to become a builder. I want to be a builder. I want to be able to make good things that look awesome. And I'm looking to Good Times with Scar on the Hermitcraft server. Iskal85, the guys over there on the Hermitcraft server, basically, for inspiration and ideas on how to expand my horizons in the building department. But I think I'm doing okay so far. Obviously, I'm nowhere near their level yet. But practice. Practice makes perfect, and I think I'm on my way. I think I'm getting there. I can feel the interest rising. I can feel myself being able to figure it out and learn from not only them, but my own experiences here. I think it's going to be pretty cool. And we're going to work on it. I think the graveyard's going to be the very next thing we do, hopefully. That's what I'm hoping for, unless I find something else that really, really requires my attention. I think that's what we're going to go for next. But even though this video is shorter than it normally, actually, I think it might be right around 2 hours, I want to say. It might be about right. Possibly. I'm not sure. But if you did like the video, please do hit the like button and subscribe to see more. Thank you so much for watching. Do what you do, and I will see you next time. Peace out, peeps.